Knock knock. Have you heard the good news about the flying spaghetti monster? The supreme deity is invisible, omnipotent, omniscient, eternal being that takes the form of a giant clump of spaghetti with two meatball eyes. He created the entire universe in 4 days, and then he rested for 3. In Flying Spaghetti Monster Heaven, there's a beer volcano and a stripper factory. So come on, invoke Pascal's wager and convert to Pastafarianism. What have you got to lose? You don't have to do any ceremony, you don't have to tithe or make any pledges. You don't even have to believe in the noodly goodness of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, and you can stay in your current religion. The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster has been around in secret for thousands of years. Our prophet, Bobby Henderson, divulged all the good news about his noodliness in a 2006 letter to the Kansas State Board of Education because they wanted to be able to teach the controversy of intelligent design in science classes, as opposed to evolution, which we all know is true. Since intelligent design has no real evidence, and neither does the Flying Spaghetti Monster, Prophet Bobby proposed equal time in the classroom to learn about the Flying Spaghetti Monster. And here we are. According to the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, evolution is guided by his noodly appendage. 99.9% of human DNA is shared with pirates. That's more than the 95% shared with chimps. Why pirates, you say? Because the spaghetti deity says so. Pirates are the chosen people of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. The number of pirates have been shrinking since the 1800s, and did you know that global warming and hurricanes have been getting worse since then? Such a strange coincidence. Like the intelligent design community, we can just divine a conclusion, then fit the evidence to support it. Hence, less pirates equals global warming, right? His holy noodle created everything. On the first day, he created light and darkness. Well, he called it prime time because, TV. On the second day, he created land and a beer volcano. Land ho! On the third day, he created grass, semolina, rice, and whatever else can be turned into food that resembles his noodly appendage. On the fourth day, he created 2 lights in the heavens, one bright one for day and a dimmer one for night, because he needed a night light. On the 5th day, being drunk from the beer volcano, he created a stripper factory in heaven and a midget man on earth. Tired from this, he gave his blessing and declared every Friday a holiday. So generations passed after the Flying Spaghetti Monster created the first midget man and then his mate. The Flying Spaghetti Monster saw that people were acting like assholes, so he gave them the 8 I'd really rather you didn't. Number 1. I'd really rather you didn't act like a sanctimonious, holier-than-thou ass when describing my noodly goodness. If some people don't believe in me, that's okay, really. I'm not that vain. Besides, this isn't about them, so don't change the subject. Number 2. I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a mean to oppress, subjugate, punish, eviscerate, and or, be mean to others. I don't require sacrifices, and purity is for drinking water, not people. 3. I'd really rather you didn't judge people for the way they look, or how they dress, or how they walk or talk, or well, just plain nice, okay? Oh, and get this in your thick heads. Women equals person. Man equals person. Samey. One is not better than the other, unless we're talking about fashion. And I'm sorry, but I gave that to women and some guys who know the difference between teal and fuchsia. Number 4. I'd really rather you didn't indulge in conduct that offends yourself or your willing, consenting partner of legal age and mental maturity. As for anyone who might object, I think the expression is, go fuck yourself. Unless they find that offensive, in which case, they can turn off the TV for once and go for a walk for a change. Number 5. I'd really rather you didn't challenge the bigoted, misogynistic, hateful ideas of others on an empty stomach. Eat, then go after the bastards. Number 6. I'd really rather you didn't build multi-million-dollar churches, temples, mosques, or shrines to my noodly goodness when the money could be better well spent. Number 7. I'd really rather you didn't go around telling people I talked to you. You're not that interesting. Get over yourself. And I told you to love your fellow man. Can you take a hint? Number 8. I'd really rather you didn't do unto others if you would have them do unto you if you are into stuff that uses a lot of leather lubricant in Las Vegas. If the other person is into it, however, pursuant to number 4, then have at it. Take pictures. And for the love of Mike, wear a condom. Honestly, it's a piece of rubber. If I didn't want it to feel good when you did it, I would have added spikes or something. Would you like to commune with the Flying Spaghetti Monster? Well, the communion of the Flying Spaghetti Monster is a large portion of spaghetti and meatballs served on Friday night. Because everyone knows spaghetti is more nutritious than a communion wafer, calorie for calorie. If you carefully examine a simple piece of pasta, you can see the resemblance of DNA. And science tells us that the universe is composed of an enormous matrix of strings of invisible spaghetti framework. Life got you down? Always remember, what would a pirate do? Number 1, a pirate would drink some grog. 2, a pirate would get a parrot. 3, find a band of marauders to hang with. 4, if you can't steal a ship, build one. 5, find ye a wench. 6, plunder. 7, always remember, arr. There are many Pastafarian holidays. Pasta over is when we eat copious amounts of pasta dressed as pirates and pass an eye patch around the table while talking about being touched by his noodly appendage. Ramadan, a few days of eating only ramen noodles and remembering your college days of doing exactly that. Halloween, dress as a pirate and search for wenches and grog. And International Talk Like a Pirate Day on September 19th. Celebrate your pirate roots and evangelize the Flying Spaghetti Monster. When spreading the Pastafarian propaganda, remember, Pastafarians are not assholes. We simply deliver his word and let the people decide. Try us for 30 days, and if you don't like us, your old God will probably take you back. And now a final word from Bobby Henderson, our prophet. Pastafarians are a community of peaceful and open-minded worshipers, which means that anything we've said or done to offend people was meant only in the spirit of promoting greater understanding and awareness. It has been said that the best sauce requires an occasional stir or two. Wiser words have seldom been spoken. And so we have done our best to stir the waters of belief in the hopes of converting just a few more pirates to his noodly goodness. Ramen. For more information on the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster and Pastafarianism, please visit the website venganza.org or pick yourself up a copy of the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster written by Bobby Henderson. Thanks for watching, and always remember to forge your own path.